hear GVO After Dark. GVO After Dark.
Good Thursday, everybody. Good Thursday. Good hello, good evening, and welcome to GVO After Dark. And I'm Go Vero Go Home. Welcome. I am not alone, though. You know him. I know him. His finger knows him as well.
That's loud. I'm getting old. It's too loud.
Sorry.
Turn the music down. Young
Sorry.
kids, you rock and roll music.
We'll send you some GVO earplugs or something. I don't know. And we also have Denny. How's it going, Denny? We can't hear you, Denny.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
You know, when you go live once a month, you want to make sure that that one time you go live, the mic is working. Do you think, can you do a good Denny impression? We're gonna have to get through this.
In front of them?
We're gonna have to start talking smack about N scale if he doesn't get his stuff together.
Yeah.
While he's figuring that out, I'm just gonna take.
Is it plugged in?
I think it. No, it's not my birthday, Denny. Well, I don't know what he's saying. Happy birthday! Thank you. Not till March though, but you know.
How about this?
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, now we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. God.
You'd swear it was off the tracks Monday with how his mic was not working.
Right? I feel like James and Mike.
Oh man. Welcome.
Hi again.
It is officially good to hear you. But what we're gonna do, we're just gonna say hi real quick to everybody who definitely showed up and is hanging out with us tonight. If only I knew how to scroll. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. No, the scroll bar disappears on me. Thank you, Apple. And now I see nothing. Okay. Welcome. So we've got Dave Hughes, Canadian Locomotive Logistics, Lil Mule, and Cub Burr, and Niagara Region Rail Fan, Kraus. How's it going, Kraus Rails? Floyd and Dundas Junction. James, how's it going? And Ronald Rondu and Trackside Mike, keeping it on the tracks. John Garvin, how's it going? Welcome, everybody. We've got a fun show for you tonight. There's a couple of things we're going to talk about. We'll do the schedules for next month, of course, so that you guys know when to catch the three of us when we're doing lives. And, of course, we're going to talk about Christmas, because Christmas is coming up. Are you guys excited for Christmas?
Yes. Always.
The cookies, Christmas cookies, maybe? No?
This is not Denny. This is AI. That's not Denny.
That can't be Denny, because
This is the AI version of Denny.
Denny, what's the Powerball numbers for Thursday? He's glitching out really. Oh no! If you have to exit and then come back in, just let me know.
It's like Sora, those Sora videos.
It actually reminds me of my old videos when I used to go live and it was very like.
Huh. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure why the connection seems so bad.
You're there now. We can hear you now, which is good. It's a lot better.
Oh, maybe somebody flushed the toilet or something.
Maybe. So you enjoy Christmas, right, Denny?
Yeah, I do actually. it's a pretty happy time. It's fairly small. I haven't got a huge family, but both my parents are very well, and I've got my kids, and so yeah, we have a small but pretty decent Christmas. I like it quite a bit.
Good. So yeah, we'll be talking a little bit about our wish lists for Christmas and things that might have obviously came out in the last little while. Things that we're kind of hoping are under the tree or hoping that Santa brings us. Of course, we'll also be talking about a couple other things like mystery boxes. Mystery boxes are really hot this time of year, so we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Atlas acquired microtrains, and microtrains is more of an N scale thing. So I really want to pick your brain about this, Denny. And of course, we also have some highlights. We're going to talk about the Ottawa Ho Track, which Mark and I are a part of, and how they're taking part in the Canadian Science and Technology Museum, or how they're doing a setup at the museum. And it just started too. So we'll talk a bit about that. But first, so for the streaming schedules for next month, I don't think that there was any change, except for the fact that the week that GVO After Dark would be live is actually Christmas. So we're going to hold off on a show that week, unless you guys want to do something, you want to go live or whatever. But basically, Denny is normally the first Thursday of the month. I am the second Thursday of the month. And Mark is the third Thursday of the month. So you guys will be able to check all three of us out doing our own little thing on our channels separately. And we enjoy having all of you join us for those shows. Did this month go by quickly? I don't know if it did or not, but it feels like it did.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so for Christmas, guys, let's talk about wish lists. Mark, do you have a wish list?
I do, and just so that my wife doesn't think I actually want these things, I say something or she hears something and she buys it for me. So, but I'm eyeing those Rapido Santa Fe CF7s out there, the ugly locomotive.
Right on
those, and of course, you and I want the cab car for the Charger, the Via Charger.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, that's about it, really.
I really hope that cab car is in before Christmas or sometime around there. I think we've waited long enough for it, so it happens.
Yeah, Floyd says Mark wants a bigger train room.
We want to see some trains running on your layout.
Yeah.
We missed you last week. Hopefully you're doing better. But
all good.
Did you ever get any foam down or what?
Next question, please.
All right. Well, Denny, that's Denny, what is your Christmas? What is your Christmas looking like? What's on your list?
Well, I did, as a segue for the later segment, I did post a hint that I wouldn't mind getting one of the Rapido mystery boxes. I think that's sort of kind of fun. If I got to play Santa, Atlas has released some GP38s, which I would like to add a couple of those to the layout. I think they're coming out late in the year. I continue to waffle on the Venture set, the Siemens Charger. I mean, it is so prohibitively priced that I see the engines out, like the Siemens units out, and it's like, oh boy, for $500 small dollars, I can have one of 7 pieces for the train. I'm just not excited about that. But if you're to ask me what I really want, I just want some better tools. I buy all of my paintbrushes from the dollar store. I would like to get some really expensive paintbrushes, like some sable tip brushes, because I'm trying to do like graffiti painting and stuff like that. And these cheap synthetic brushes aren't pulling it. I'm very grateful that I have an airbrush and I have a nice compressor, but my original airbrush broke. I'd had it for 30 years. I bought the most inexpensive airbrush I could, It does all of the jobs I needed to. I would like a better airbrush. So when I was thinking about this, because this question got asked to us 2 weeks ago, like, think about this. I just really want some better tools. That's kind of it. As for the other stuff, it'll come along. But tools would make things a bit easier.
For the airbrush, how do you know it's better? Again, I've never used an airbrush. What classifies, an A to a B to a C kind of?
I think that's, again, dangerous territory because airbrushers will go wild. What I would say to that is that my particular airbrush is clumsy. So it's dual action, which means you can activate the flow of air, and then you can activate a varying amount of paint. And so you can control how it's got flow control, let's call it. But it goes on, it probably shoots a 1/4 inch diameter, and a good airbrush with a particular needle, you can do 1 millimeter lines and stuff. So you could draw with it. Mine is sort of like for priming and painting. It's not very precise. It's clumsy. You don't get to adjust a lot of things on it, but I'm grateful for it. It works great for what I do. It just would be nice to be able to go in and, let's say, do some graffiti letters or something like that with an airbrush. Mine would be like doing it with a weed sprayer. Like, it's just not very accurate. So that's the example there.
All right. I was wondering, is there is there a brand name?
Passion, Iwata are really good. Or so it seems to be. I'm not up on it like I used. Like, there was a point in time. Probably one of the more entry-level brands is Badger, and you can get that off Amazon any time of the day. And I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of success with them. A lot. But for me, the one that I have it's the one step above Temu is basically the airbrush I have.
But you don't need to spend a lot to still get a good look, right? Like if you're doing minor things or a little bit of weathering, it.
That's right. I mean, I will paint like 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, I was working on my retaining wall, and I was just throwing down some washes and doing a bit of painting with the airbrush. 100% okay for that, right? If you don't thin your paint correctly, it'll spit and throw up all over, but like, it's fine. Again, it just comes down to, it'd be nice to go in, particularly at this scale, and be able to draw little fine lines. The flip side of that is you have to take care of it really well, and that's not my strong suit. Which is why I also buy cheap synthetic brushes, because it's not uncommon for me to come down and find them all hard sitting here because I didn't wash them.
Glenn absolutely agrees with you regarding the Bachmann charger. And here's the thing. When I got my HO scale one, it was about 400, maybe about 420. Looking at the N scale one right now, just the locomotive, that's 500. Yeah. And I was feeling pretty bad about that, because like, why are you paying $100 more for a smaller loco? But it turns out that when they do another run of the exact same locomotive for HO, you're looking at about 500 at that point. And these are, just reoccurring numbers that they're going to be bringing out here, just for the fact that they didn't fill enough orders on the first one. So there was still a lot of people that were looking for them, that wanted to get one or get a couple of them. So they're going to be, the price on that's going to be going up for sure. The one thing that I was surprised that you didn't say was all these Kato units that are coming out in N scale. You've got the entire military, CP military set in N scale that's coming out.
I was having a chat actually today about this, and the great big 6-axle units don't have a real home here right now. I'm sort of more of a 4-axle layout, and that's fine. I mean, I have a small sort of marshalling yard up there that is good for about 25 or 30 pieces of freight. Those Kato units are like A-class railroads. Lash up 3 of them and let them go, and it would look a little bit out of place here, like a limousine. But they are beautiful, and they'll run like clockwork. Like, they'll be amazing.
Oh, yeah. For you have P42s, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a bunch of P42s, and
what brand are they?
The P42s are all Kato.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're indestructible. They run forever. I think I have 4 of them. I keep picking them up, and Kato just re-released them again this year. Same road numbers, but they're amazing runners.
Yeah, and the Amtrak ones that they just released as well, they look very, because they're all like the 50 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Amtrak. I'm not that up to par with that, but yeah, they have all the fancy, phase something schemes.
And
They're
I have
pretty cool.
I have a couple of those. I picked up at actually train shows for like $40. And again, they have a parts catalog online. So if they get a little bit fudgy, you can just order parts. So I have refurbished 2 of them. The one thing I'm missing is windshields. One came without a windshield, and they have none of those in stock.
Oh.
But again, like I'm slowly creeping into loving Amtrak. I mean, I've got some Metro stuff that's coming in. I've already put in a pre-order for the C line subway, or the subway cars, we'll call them for the time being. Basically any reason to just get any sort of passenger equipment. So yes to the Kato announcements, like that light blue and that beige military scheme is amazing. I know we all buy things we can't justify. I really can't figure out a way to wedge that into this particular layout.
Even as a class 1, really? Just no love? They look really good though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
I mean, if I was to blow away the place that I'm sitting right now and then take the railroad 10 feet back in the middle of the room and like have to duck, I could do it. I enjoy having space just as much as I enjoy having a layout.
I think with something like that too, I had the same issue with the Intermountain CN GVO heritage units. You can't get one. You have to collect them all, I mean, Mark got one of the CP units, and I'm like, what about the other 4? Isn't it lonely? Doesn't it need some friends?
Yeah. Speaking of wish list, oh my God.
It's like a participation ribbon.
Oh, you said speaking of, but was that just...
Oh, speaking of wish list, what's that all of them? Like the Navy, the Army, what's the Air Force, the desert one, and all 5.
Well, D-Day, I believe, is the last one to come out in HO from Athearn, and that's supposed to be here within like the next couple of weeks or so, I'm hearing. So that one looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But I'm sure after that, then they'll have the 5 set available. I just don't know if they're going to do like a nice box, or if it's just, well, you just buy 5 individual locomotives for one good price. Be nice if they did a box set, but haven't heard anything about that yet.
Yeah, what's a good price though? $10,000?
Well, I mean, you're looking at what would already be a $400 locomotive times 5.
Yeah.
So a lot. But no, I'm surprised you didn't say the Bowser. Who was it? It was Kraus. Kraus asked me if I got the Bowser SD40-2 yet. No, I haven't really done much shopping. The thing with myself is that especially this time of year, I've got 2 little ones, and we try to worry more about them than even like my wife and I. We don't really buy each other anything. That's what January's for, That's what I'm waiting for. Right now we worry about the kiddos, making sure that they have a good Christmas, but yeah, with the Bowser and whatnot, I really want one. I hear that the one with the strobe lights is like sold out everywhere. Wow. So if you're one of those lucky ones that got one, Mike HO Trains, I'm looking at you. But they're already sold out everywhere. So it's probably a really good unit. I have no idea because I don't have one. But, that was on my list, because I mean, like, if I secretly got a Bowser from a family member, any SD40 would be grand. The other one that hasn't received much love, but I saw it online and I'm like, I kind of want one. While everybody else is doing the SD40, Atlas has a GP40-2W that I've kind of had my eye on as well. And especially because Atlas does ESU now, I'm more inclined to buy more Atlas. And they're very underrated, I find. I find that Atlas doesn't get as much love as they should for their locomotives. The gold, I think they call it the gold run or something like that.
Yeah.
Gold line. Yeah. But I also find that it's a good time that, looking back through the past year, what have I missed? What have I not gotten for myself that I kind of like, well, I wouldn't mind getting that, for Christmas or whatever. And it's things like the Rapido ballast hoppers. They were really nice. You can still find them because they came out with the second run already.
Right.
So they got refilled. Or even more of the, and I'm going to say tank car, and we're going to see a giant smile on Mark's face, the GP20 tank car from Rapido, because they're also really nice.
Yeah. So
And we could always use more tank cars. We love our tank cars. But yeah, it's a short list, but it is what it is. The things that we want under our tree. If there's anybody in the chat who wants to share anything, like as far as what you want, the one big gift that you are hoping is under the tree for you, definitely let us know. Yeah, I'm always interested to hear what's on everybody else's shopping list, what everybody's into or interested in. But that's a good segue actually into our next. I'm not going to be under anybody's tree, okay? Todd, you're the gift. All right, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Mystery boxes. I want what's your thought or what's your take on mystery boxes? And I already see Denny smirking there. Denny, what's this hype about? What's going on here with this?
So, I mean, I'm not a heavy duty Facebook guy. I'm not on there a lot, but I would say that there has been a very visceral reaction to the Rapido N scale mystery boxes. And coming from a place of Switzerland, total neutrality here, I'm not exactly sure why people are a little bent out of shape on these things. Personally, I think the idea is great. For anyone who hasn't looked, the Rapido mystery boxes are about $100. There's no motive power in them. You get an assortment of what alleges to be, let's say, 6 freight cars, and then you get the regular sort of trappings of a tumbler, a cap, I don't know, a personal note from Jason, and a chocolate or something like that. And I did see a couple posts online where people were really frustrated that they didn't get a mystery box that was better than they hoped to get. And then there were some people that were getting a mystery box that had the 6 freight cars and an entire turbo liner put in there. And so that, I think, really, we alleged that there was a turbo liner in it there. And so people got very animated about how disappointed they were that they didn't quite get what they wanted. And it doesn't, I don't know. I want to, here's the thing. If you buy yourself a surprise and you don't get surprised when it's not a good surprise, I feel like that's on you. I put it out to the little Christmas fairies in the household. I said to them, if someone was to get me one of those boxes, I would like it. And if I opened it up and I saw one guy open it up and he got like 6 pellet cars. And I think they were disappointed with that because they were hoping for like maybe some variety, like something that was awesome, something that was weak, that kind of stuff. And I'd be like, well, you've got a full consist there. Like, you can work with it. I'd be like, great, awesome. And really, if you think about the deal you're getting, even 6 freight cars at $100 for Rapido is less than half price. I mean, it's like 40%. Basically, they're covering their cogs. So again, I feel like you win, but I understand that. I think so every time I go into the hobby shop, there is Rapido stock, and it's all the same things. Like that is just the overstock. And cautionary tale is that that's probably what you're going to see in the mystery box. You're not going to get an old turbo train from 5 years ago. And so, like, you're going to get buses, you're going to get tank cars, you're going to get pellet hoppers, maybe the ore car, the barrel ore cars. Maybe you'll get one of those. I'm not upset with that. But I think people were maybe hoping there'd be something a little more spectacular in there for N scale anyway. So I think they're a great idea. I hope that someone in my life decides to get me one, and I will open it up. And if it's 6 of the same, I'll still be pretty happy with it.
Mark, before we get to you, I do want to highlight this here. I want to play devil's advocate because Denny gave it a glowing review. And I'm very much on the same page here as Canadian Locomotive Logistics. I like surprises. Don't get me wrong. I love an old-fashioned surprise, but my take on it is that, especially in this economy, and you do hear a lot of people say, well, spending, I don't know, spending, I don't know. Do I have money for it? I don't know. If you have $300 or $400, wouldn't you rather go to the store and pick out something that you know you want, something you know you need, something specific, you know? And for me, that's where I'm at. And I could hope that the company, whichever company, and we're going to go over a couple of different ones as well, ones that are taking part in this, but we can hope that they don't send you something you already have. We can hope that they send you something that you can use or need. So far, the only one that I've really noticed that I've really enjoyed, because a lot of people do post them online as well. And especially, you know, if you've got a channel, you're going to share it on YouTube, or, you know, just like Denny said, we've seen some on Facebook as well. Both good and bad, of course. People will be happy, some people will be overjoyed, and some people will be mildly disappointed. But the ones that I really enjoy seeing are the Walthers. And a lot of these guys that get the Walthers ones, or the box sets from Walthers, I find that it's such an easy way to fill out your yard. And it's a really good way to find those things that you didn't know you needed as well. And I find that for the price that you're paying for the Walthers ones, mind you, there's a bit of a conversion from US to Canadian for us guys, anyways. But the amount of stuff you get for $400, there's a lot of stuff in there. And because they have a variety, you're getting a building kit, you're getting rolling stock, you're getting scene master stuff, you know, vehicles and people and whatnot. So I find that some of theirs are really, really good. And that would be the one I would be the most interested in, you know, as an individual. But that's just me. Mark, what's your take?
I got lots of opinions. First of all, but not for everyone. They're marketed towards people like James Harrison, who just love collecting trains, and there's no road name specific or era. They just like trains, and like Danny said, like the surprise. And whether it's a good surprise or not, a bad surprise, it's still a surprise. It's a mystery. That's what it's called. So not for everyone. And if you don't know that, it's a gamble. So the other thing too is, like Denny said, you can sell the stuff, buy it cheap, and hopefully sell online for a little bit more, make your money back and some. But or if it's also targeted towards people, like you said, fill your yard, people who are just starting out. Where do I start? Well, I'll start with this, and whatever I get this kit. Okay, I'll build this kit. That's what I'll get. I get these cars. Okay, that's what I'll model. It's a good starting point for some people, but yeah, it's definitely not for everyone.
Now, because of the fact that I'm sure most people have their favorite brands and whatnot, and if I miss any of these, and if you guys know of any, please share. That goes for everybody in the chat as well. If I don't mention it, you mention it, and we can share in that. And of course, all the information is very, very handy. So OVR, Otter Valley, they've been doing it for a couple of years now, and they offer a couple of different ones. So for the N scalers, they offer a $150 mystery box, which is really good. And they offer a $200 HO scale mystery box. And they also have a $1,000 mystery box. I'm not sure if it's exclusively just HO or if you tell them that it's N scale, but they're usually pretty good in the sense where they know, especially if you shop with Otter Valley or from Otter Valley, they have a record of the types of things that you purchase and the stuff that you're interested in. So of course, they're going to take that into consideration when, they see you placing this order for your mystery box. They'll even ask you, and obviously in the comment section, to say, well, you know, what kind of road names, you know, do you prefer or are you looking for? And that kind of helps them gauge what to put in there, of course. And they actually take the time and they wrap each individual thing as well in Christmas paper, which is very neat. I've seen a lot of those. And if you want to see an unboxing of the $1,000 mystery box, I'm pretty sure Mike has one on his channel. Mike, if you got the link, you can throw that in the chat. But yeah, I think he was there and he filmed a $1,000 mystery box unboxing. Another one, like I was talking about Walthers earlier. So Walthers, now we'd be looking at US dollar here. So for 150 US, that's like the bronze package. 275 for the silver package, and 475 for the gold package. And I'm pretty sure they did something this year. You might have seen it where there was a chocolate, not a chocolate, but like the golden ticket. If you opened up a mystery box and there was I was trying to do the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and the golden ticket and whatnot. If you get a golden ticket, then you get another $1,000 shopping spree, something like that, on their website. I don't know if you guys had seen that or not, but that's pretty cool that they would do that as a giveaway. And the one other one that I had seen, because I went to the Rapido website, and I'm pretty sure they're all gone.
Oh God, yeah, they were gone 8 minutes after they put them up.
Yeah, that's nuts, right? That has to be a record. So that's probably why there's none in there anymore. There's no more link, nothing. Yeah. The other one is Aurora Miniatures. Really good, high detailed stuff. Theirs are in American dollars, so 165 gets you the rolling stock package, and 290 gets you a sound locomotive package. So again, Aurora Miniatures doing that, but I didn't see too much advertising for it, and I didn't know if anybody actually knew that they were doing it. You have to go to their website, and it's you have to dig. So, but yeah, they do a really good mystery box as well. So, if anybody else knows of any, I'm just wondering.
Who started this trend in mystery box?
I'm pretty sure it was Rapido that might have started that.
Yeah,
I think so. But geez, last year they were giving away D10 locomotives that are normally like $600. How do I turn off messages? Oh well. They were giving away $600 locomotives in, I forget how much those mystery boxes were, but they were not $600. So people were really cashing in on stuff like that. And
yeah.
I think the thing that kind of throws me off is that a lot of the stuff that is being put into these boxes are the things in the warehouse that isn't really moving, that, you know, maybe some of these companies aren't selling enough of. And, you know, we could look at it in two different ways. One, you could be helping the company by doing this, because if they're sitting on all that extra stock, let's say it's a boxcar and they've got 2,000 units, they have to free up some cash to start a next project, right? And you're basically helping them move the inventory, keep the cycle going, you know, to help fund that new project, and you're doing your part. The other side of it is, you know, you can just let it be, and you can just buy the regular stuff, whatever you want from the stores, and no harm, no foul, right? But yeah, it's a slippery slope in some cases. So I'm very on the fence about it, but I really do enjoy watching people open them instead. That way, I'm taking part in all that happiness that people have when they're opening up their mystery boxes. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Is it a win? Is it a yay, nay?
Not for me, but I'm sure. I mean, like I said in the chat, it's obviously it works because they do it every year and people buy them. So they're for
Yeah.
someone.
I think I would call it a win only because I'm a little less particular than maybe other people would be. Again, if let's say I get 6 identical pellet cars, I will weather them down to within an inch of their life and cover them in graffiti, and that'll be an awesome project, right? Like I'll just find a way to pivot into something I want, and that would be the ore cars, the barrel ore cars would be a bit of a tough go. But to the point, I mean, I did see someone who got a box. They weren't happy with it, and I saw them relist it, and they'll make all their money back. Like they're a great deal to sell them back off, right? Because they are really heavily discounted. There was a comment in the chat about OVR boxes. Yeah, they are very customized, and they're upfront about the fact that $150 mystery box is going to get you about $200 worth of retail goods. So, right, so you're getting 25% off, not a bad deal. And yes, you will say to them, oh, I'm transition era, steam Canadian railroads, and they'll do their best to put things in the box that are within that genre. You won't get like a B unit 50s car if you're like Class A or something like that.
The other cool thing with OVR is that if you're buying something exclusively from, let's say, Aurora or Rapido, that's what you're going to get. But when you're buying something from, let's say, Otter Valley, you could still potentially get some of those things, maybe some of the Otter Valley rolling stock and whatnot that they've done. Maybe a locomotive from Intermountain or whatever. So you're going to get a real mix of, things when you get something like that. You can even say, in a sense, okay, well, I'm trying to build, in my case, a barrel ore train. I'm trying to build an ore train. So they really do their research and they really look into it and say, okay, well, if you're doing, let's say, CN, modern era, and you're trying to build, let's say, or like a tank train or something like that, they'll go through their inventory because they know their stuff, and they will build you a full train with what would be in that geographical area or what has rolled through there. They're very good like that. So but I highly recommend those mixed freights because then you get more of a variety, right? Yeah, it's just my recommendation. On to the next thing, because I think we talked about those mystery boxes long enough, I guess. But so yeah, this kind of caught me off guard. This past week, I saw that Atlas has purchased micro trains. So, do you own any micro train stuff, Denny? Because it's mostly N scale, isn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you basically don't collect N scale and not have micro trains in your collection.
So, what's your thought on this? Is this a win?
Well, okay. So my first thought is immediate doom and gloom, right? Because the narrative plays out like Atlas has bought it. Microtrains has got, I think, a pretty strong reputation for being a smaller North American owned store with or manufacturer with local production efforts. And I think generally people feel like they're the last of an era where that was sort of, they're not mom and pop, but they're like who what you know. And I think the immediate thing that people are assuming is that that's it. Everything's going to be, and it will be, moved offshore for production. The bespoke sort of fringe stuff will disappear. And basically just water it down, sort of milk that cow till it's dry and effectively kill the brand. Now, that remains to be seen, I think, at this point. But certainly I think that everyone who's assuming that's what's coming is probably right-minded in that approach. I just feel like probably just sit back a little bit and see if they do a good job of it. That said, I mean, we've seen lots of acquisitions over the years that just were disastrous, where they just basically killed off the brand. They acquire the tooling and then decide whether or not they want to actually produce any of the models. So I haven't thought about it much more than saying I don't want to have a strong opinion early until I see what happens.
Mm. And this isn't really the first time something like this has happened, because Atlas has even purchased Trueline Trains tooling. They didn't really purchase Trueline Trains, but they did buy all their tooling. But then you've got Scale Trains, and didn't they purchase MTH? I'm pretty sure it was MTH that they bought, but they also bought Exact Rail and Fox Valley. Is it Fox Valley? Yeah, they did N scale stuff as well. So they keep these companies going. They're not looking to change them. They're just looking to keep them going. And just like with micro trains, I mean, the owners, they're just looking to retire. And I know a lot of people will have their opinions about different other companies, especially if they're used to using one specific, right? Because if somebody, let's say if somebody bought Bowser, I'd be like, whoa, let's not do anything with Bowser. Can we just let it go, but with something like micro trains and then Atlas purchasing it, the longevity, it's going to keep it going, if anything, and they're going to just be able to continue to create the same product going forward. And so you're not missing out on anything. Nothing should really change, just maybe the packaging. I don't even know if they'll keep it as micro trains.
They announced they're going to call it Microtrains Atlas.
Mhm.
Dave Hughes has pointed out that they've laid everyone off apparently, and they'll be moving production to Korea.
Oh.
So, and Chris May, I appreciate Chris May. Microtrains is KD for N scale. Like basically when you buy a Kato unit and you pull an old horn coupler from Lifelike out of a bin somewhere, Microtrains will be the savior to make everything run beautifully. It's not uncommon to get a car that runs poorly. You go to Microtrains, you get new wheels and stuff like that. So certainly they release some rolling stock, but yeah, they are the nuts and bolts of making trains run well. And so the fact that, I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing that they've laid off. I knew that they said they would cease operations in North America within 90 days and move it overseas. The allegation there is that they've got better tooling facilities to do it overseas.
Which that's not the first time we've heard that. I mean, the most of these brands that we purchase, like only a small handful will do that work in the US, but most of them are doing all this overseas. So, I'm not sure why people are so surprised at that point. But yeah, I know a lot of people will say, we'll keep the work, in America for, Americans. And obviously if we had the kind of facilities up here in Canada, we'd say, well, come on, keep it in Canada, because we have a lot of our companies that are up here in Canada too. And I know there was a lot of talk when Rapido opened up a warehouse in the States. Well, is Rapido becoming more of an American company? Are we losing them on the side of the border? Blah, blah, blah. But honestly, they're still very much Canadian, and they're still wanting to make Canadian product for Canadians. A good example is that Love the Way locomotive and all the F40s that they do, both N scale and HO. They have no interest in forgetting about us, which is great. But they also want to expand their market. And of course, they're going to do a lot of American runs of passenger cars, freight cars. Some of those, I don't know if you guys have seen, they came out maybe a couple of months ago, these really nice, I think they're PRR box cars. And it's almost like a turquoise blue and they're patched out. They're super nice. I would never see something like that in Canada, but it's an American box car. I think are they UP? Shoot, I don't remember. Dave would know for sure, but yeah, they're really nice. Or sorry, Todd would know for sure. But yeah, they're really nice. But of course, again, a lot of people will have their opinion about it, which totally fine. But I'm excited for more products to come out and whatnot from companies like that. And I don't think anybody should be too disappointed about the micro trains, because you're still going to get really good products from Atlas based off of the micro trains brand as well. So,
Right.
the other thing, or the next thing I really wanted to talk about, was the Canadian Science and Technology Museum. So, Mark, you were there today, weren't you?
So much fun.
I wonder if I can, while you're talking, do you want to talk about it? And I'm going to see if I can bring up, I've got a video
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah, I took some video today as well. I had the whole place, as I told you, I had the whole place myself. It was crazy awesome. So
Yeah.
therapeutic and like zero stress. Oh my God. I want to go back. I'll go back tomorrow. I got there and time flies. Like I couldn't believe it. I got there like well, I guess I'll tell you the truth. Got there about 9:30 a.m. and left around just after 1. But like I ran, I think 2 trains in total. It took forever. And then it's not, I don't mean forever, like, oh my gosh, it took forever, but it's just the main line is so long that it's just a long time to run the train. So, and then some operations, and of course, you chat with some people because there were a few guys there, but they were running trains. So I had the whole track to myself. And Chris, as you know, there's lots of like double slips and 3-way switches, and using the Y and trying to figure out. One of the Ys is all done electronically, which is super cool, but it takes some time to figure out. So there's no one like behind you honking their horn like, hey, let's go. Where are you going? So I don't know about you, Chris, but when you're on trains with other people and you miss, it's like driving on the highway, you miss your off ramp. Like, well, I guess I'm going to Toronto. Same on driving trains. Oh, I missed my turn. Well, I'm doing the whole loop again. I can't back up. So today I could back up, take my time. I could stop on the main line. I just like zero stress. Oh, so much fun. Loved it.
I'm trying to.
Okay, I'll keep talking then. We had three huge, like I'd say 7 to 8, or like six or 7 tracks in the yards, in all 3 yards. Huge yards. You can hey, oh, there it is.
Now, mind you, this is from, so the first time that the club did this was from February or March of this year.
Yeah.
And we're looking at one of Bubs's modules right now. This is Bub 031's module. He's got a few of them.
Yeah.
And so they had asked the club, they said, hey, do you want to kind of set up a thing here at the museum? And of course, the group has to vote on it and whatnot. We thought, okay, well, yeah, let's give it a go. So how many weeks? Was it like, it was from mid-February till the end of the March break.
Yeah.
And, typically the club will set up once a month for just the weekend. So it'll go up on the Friday and then come down on the Sunday. And this was a nice change of pace because this was up for like 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So we were able to go there at any point, or if you're Brandon, there every single day. And there's days where it's open to the general public. So they would come in and they would walk around the perimeter of it. There was like a little elevated stage there where, the kids could get up on to be able to view, like get a better view, because it is, standardized height there for these modules. And basically, there was a scavenger hunt and whatnot. There's going to be another one again, but it's more geared towards Christmas, because obviously we're going into Christmas. So the setup was last week.
Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah. All I remember was getting there. It was cold outside. and yeah, we were unloading several trucks filled with modules and legs and whatnot. So it was pretty fun to see it as a blank canvas and then slowly putting everything together. And I left before it was done, and there was a whole section that still wasn't even there. It was somebody's whole layout that yeah, I was going a little fast here, I have to say. That's probably a little too fast, but whatever. And then of course, there's certain areas like this is gorgeous. I always commend this layout, or this the set of modules here, because it's so well detailed.
Yeah.
And the lighting was really neat too.
Yeah, I regret not doing a walk around today. Like Bubs always does a walk around and shows everything.
Yeah.
So I should have done that. I didn't do a complete walk around, but I took footage of the train going around. I guess
This
Bubs is not watching tonight, eh? I was going to tease Bubs. I think I ran the longest passenger train ever.
Did you?
Yeah.
How many cars was it?
I wanted to do 12, but I couldn't couple my old LRCs.
Ah.
I spent a good 20 minutes trying to couple them. I was like, forget it. So I ran 10. One locomotive. It's pretty cool.
1, 2, 3. I forget how long my GO trains were. 6.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't the longest ever, but I was going to tease Bubs if he was on. I'm sure his Canadian train is longer than mine.
Probably. Yeah, because between that and
I'm muting the mic.
The turbo as well. But yeah, most of the videos and whatnot that I took, I've made into shorts, and a lot of this will look familiar because this is from my account here, my YouTube thingy. But yeah, just a lot of fun going there, and I think every single time that I went, I took something different just to, like, I took my ore train one day, I took my grain train one day, and I always managed to sneak in a passenger train as well, just for yeah. And the stuff that you get to see as well, I thought this was really cool. This is I believe this is Tristan's brother's train. I forget, but I just wanted to show you this because the weathering on the back here. Of course, we get to see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of models that the other guys bring, but yeah, these are really well done here. I really like these. So cool. But yeah, that's this is at the Canadian Science and Technology Museum, where they have real trains even, which is also pretty cool. None of them are running, but whoops, where am I?
Look at that shot. Nice shot.
Ooh, that hurt my eyes a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're in town, I'll give you a tour. I'll sneak you in the back door, and you can. I can't guarantee you can run some trains, but you can walk around and admire.
Yeah, it was even nice last time. We had told Ben from Aurora that this was going on, and he drove all the way up from Toronto, and he hung out for the day, and he gave some demonstration of at the time the SD50F was just hitting the shelves. So he came and he did a demo for all the guys, whoever wanted to see that. So that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, it was a good time. Good time had by all. And
how much longer will this be running for, the exhibition?
Oh, it'll be running was it January 4th or 5th?
Yeah, end of the holidays, pretty much.
Yeah.
And do you know how many participants are in the club?
Mm.
God, there's like 50 of us, isn't there?
There's new people joining what feels, well, it's been a while since I've been, but there was a bunch of new people that were added within this last year from the time that we went to the museum.
Yeah.
I think they had came by and they liked what they saw, and
Yeah.
so it definitely brings in a lot more people into the hobby and whatnot as well, which is really cool because, spreading that word, spreading the good word.
And the nice thing is, like, when we were on the weekend, almost everyone that comes on Saturday, so it's jam packed and it's lots of traffic. With this, if people come, it's more, I guess, sparse. And there's like 50 of us, but not everyone comes at the same time. Again, it's everyone comes in different times, different days, so it kind of works out. If all of us came at the same time, it would be a nightmare.
But there are rules, obviously, that just like with most clubs and whatnot. So obviously, right hand running, and you're always watching ahead of you so that that you have to either go around somebody or there's a lot of sections where there's Ys or it goes down to a single track. So if you see obviously somebody coming through, like there is a lot of signals. There's a lot of modules that do have signals, but for the ones that don't, you have to obviously pay extra attention. But it really tests your patience and your skill running this thing, especially when there's more people running. You don't want to go too fast because then you're up that guy, or you don't want to go too slow because then you're holding traffic behind you. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's
stressful.
There's a level of stress,
challenging, I guess.
Sure.
Challenging is the better word, I guess. But
and don't do what I did. Wear comfortable shoes because you're walking end to end and around this thing all day, like hours.
Yeah.
And my legs are usually killing me within like a couple of hours of doing that. And yeah, it's not fun. So you got to wear like proper footwear for that.
Hey, Chris, Touch of Brush Model Weathering wants to know, is this a touring exhibition of sorts?
Touring, no. It's normally a club, and they normally set up, like I was saying, once a month. And it's usually in the basement of a soccer club or a dart room. I'm not sure. Would you call it a dart room or a soccer?
It's the dart room of the soccer club. If that makes any sense.
That sounds a lot better than what I was saying.
So that you smoke there?
No.
You mean like physical darts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like dartboard on the wall.
Oh, not darts as in smokes.
No.
Okay.
Wrong dart. But yeah, it's a big empty room, and they normally do a moderate sized layout and it's always different too.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like if you guys ever follow Bub031, like Mark was saying, he will do a tour every single time that there's a setup because it's always different. Some modules are added, some are left out, and they all fit together and make an interesting layout each and every month, except for the summer because they don't do it during the summer.
Yeah.
And they usually cap off the end of the year with a show in Armprior, which they will do a setup, which is normally a giant oval or a square. Would you say it's a square?
Yeah.
With rounded corners, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so it doesn't really travel like outside of Ottawa. So it's not really a traveling one, but it's and there was actually a couple of guys that brought extra parts for this new one. So when Mark or myself, if we happen to do a video while we're there, you'll see a giant reversing loop that this gentleman made, and the best carrying case for this whole thing as well. Like it was well planned out, the way that the whole thing travels and goes together. But the whole reversing loop, I believe, is like 8 feet by 8 feet. and
Right.
to double track. Yeah, it's pretty big. Just the whole thing is just it's. I mean, this year it seems a lot bigger than last year, and I didn't even see it fully completed this time around. So we'll see what happens. When is Chris and Mark going to build their own module? I actually have modules because Brandon, one of the guys at the club, he had a bunch of extra modules that were pre-built. You just gotta put cork on and track and whatever your theme is. I have 2 modules that I will do eventually. Yet you have to go through the whole track planning process, and you have to get the club to okay it before you can start building or anything like that. They have a lot of their standards. So before I do any of that, I have to come up with something really good, I guess. And then
There's also the paddling. Have you been paddled yet?
paddled,
Yeah.
like on the bum. No.
Yeah, it's in the dart room. Happens in the dart room.
It's in the dart room. Yeah.
Wait, did you say dart or dark? In the
Yes.
dark room? That's
Both.
where all the paddling.
Yep.
It's a dingy basement. It's a very dingy basement. Yeah.
The internet signal is not great. So I've tried filming, like doing lives down there, and it was not great. Not during the paddling, though. That's frowned upon.
No.
But yeah, so
Go wear hoods. Like, welcome, Chris.
when's it my turn?
Take him to the dart room for the paddling.
That's why I keep leaving and coming back, because it's always during initiation time. So I have to leave the thing and then get re-enrolled. Yep. Mark is redder than a tomato.
Yeah, should have worn a sweater. Jeepers.
Yeah. After these fine fellows are done broadcasting, I just posted full coverage of the CPKC holiday train arrival. Yeah, what's this? They get Smash Mouth and we don't. I was so excited. And then I saw that Smiths Falls Smash Mouth wasn't coming to... And I'm like, I'm not going to go.
Why? Who do we get?
I don't know. Not Smash Mouth. That's the problem. Now we'll never know if I'll be walking on the sun. Because they won't be playing in our town. So...
That's a pretty low point if Smash Mouth is showing up in your town.
Yeah. Yeah. But also a high point because it's Ottawa. So it's like, what else we got going on? You know what I mean?
Smith Falls is Ottawa adjacent. It's not the same thing.
I guess. I didn't even know they were still together. I thought I was more happy for them than I was for the fact that, well, they're not even coming here anyways.
I'm pretty sure, not to get dark all of a sudden, but I'm pretty sure the lead singer is dead.
Oh,
what?
Okay.
No.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Leaving on that high note, get your mystery box. Smash Mouth is dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Wow. I went as him for Halloween a couple of years.
Now I feel like I have to look this up. So it's not even Smash Mouth then. What?
It's just Smash Mouth now.
At least I don't feel as bad, not going, But I would have been like...
You would have been really disappointed when Smash Mouth came on. You're like, who's that guy?
Right? So, but I'm like the last guy to find out about anything, right? I would have been going to a Nirvana concert, being all like, I so can't wait to see Nirvana. And then it's like, only part of Nirvana's there? What's going on? So, I don't know. But, let's see, what was that? Smash Mouth? I think it's coming to Missouri. And yeah, most of the U.S. stops, I'm pretty sure Smash Mouth is on those. Only the lower part of Ontario, I was seeing like over by Mike. And I'm pretty sure you as well, Denny.
Yeah.
But like when you go to Northern Ontario, I don't know who these people are that are playing, but honestly, I just want to see Mark up there with a banjo.
I
Yeah,
do spoons. I'm a spoon guy.
spoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing. That's a real thing. I've seen him play spoons.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went over a couple of things tonight. The museum, the mystery boxes, our wish lists, Atlas for some reason, and yeah. So we'll call it a night. We appreciate everybody watching, and we will be back next week over on Denny's channel. And do you have any plans? What's the plan?
I'm still trying to sort out what I want to do. I'm not exactly sure. I could do Smash Mountain behind me there. I could completely cover it in celluloid.
Smash. Terrible.
And I could also work on the mouth openings on the yard over there. Haven't decided yet. I've got plenty to do. I just don't know which one thing I want to do with you guys.
Chris May is saying, is Smiths Falls Northern Ontario? You know, it's a gray area. To be honest, I don't even think you can find Smiths Falls on any map, really, unless there's like heavy crime. But, you know, it is what it is. We like to go watch trains there. That's about it. But, yeah, no, I'd consider more like, you know, North Bay and whatnot, more Northern Ontario. So, yeah. I don't know what the plan is for my week, but I've got a few weeks to figure that out, so I'm gonna do that.
Go to the club.
Maybe. You test. So how was the internet there? Like, were you using their internet when you did that live today?
No, I use data.
Oh,
Sorry.
it is what it is. But yeah, then you got to run around and ask them what the password is for the Wi-Fi and all that. It's like, forget it. But any plans for your week, Mark? Any videos coming up?
Well, I took video of me doing operations. I'm not sure how entertaining that will be, but I'll put that together hopefully soon. Also, Laura and I are thinking of going to Merrifield tomorrow to see the holiday train.
And not Smash Mouth.
No. I'm just trying to think of like what shtick or spin or hook I should put on the video, because everyone puts out a holiday train. And I don't know how I'm going to top James's or Doug's holiday train video.
Maybe you can take some spoons with you.
Hey.
Get up on the locomotive. Ham boning, you know.
I'll sing Smash Mouth songs. That's what I'll do.
Too soon.
Too soon? Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Terrible.
So yeah.
All
I'm
right.
not playing with dogs, so I can't do Rail Fanny with Lily. So, well, we'll see. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to it regardless. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again, everybody. I guess I should play that song again, where we exit on the song. Exit on a good note. And it's not going to be Smash Mouth, so there's no copyright.
Working on the railroad, the night hits the rails. Owen Argovia telling the tales. Streaming from the basement, talking with Mark. All my friends are here.